I think that this is the most profound context change for what good leadership means in my lifetime. We never run into organizations anymore who really keep going back, well, just stay in your lane, do your job, do what your boss tells you. And we've learned that there are lots of things that this mind shift has created freedom and engagement and happiness. And a lot of it's been driven by the ability to work from home if you're sort of in management roles. But it's also created a lot of confusion about the science of accountability. The one thing that all of our clients are wrestling with is how do we create a healthy spirit of accountability when people are on so many teams and they're all over the place and we don't just really know what the connections are. And so we're going to do something about that. We're launching an accountability research project in March of next year, and we'll conclude by October, and the findings that we create are going to be happening, we're going to reveal them in this room in November of next year. We'll do a 6-hour conference, probably be a happy hour sponsored by Irish Titan.
Probably true.
Yeah, probably true, yep. And what's interesting about this is that when I heard a story from one of our clients about 6 months ago, and this is generally how the conversation went. We were doing some planning, and we were talking about what does the next generation of leaders look like, and they were really confused because they're struggling between the old model, the old way, and the new way. And he said, we're really suffering from accountability identity crisis. If you take out "you're fired" as part of the accountability matrix, they're wondering, what does it really mean? Especially towards the senior levels of the organization. And this is how he explained it. He said, we're doing really well on the things that are on people's to-do lists. The things that they need to do today for somebody that is immediately responsible for them or their customer or something, direct line to their to-do list. And they seem to be getting really good accountability on things that are important to the C-suite, where you'll get a chance to work on something and present up here. It's good for your career, good for your visibility. Those two things seem to be getting done. But it's this stuff in the middle where you're supposed to collaborate with value-added things, with people that you maybe don't work with on a regular basis. That's the stuff that they're lagging in. And the more often I've been talking to people about this, people are saying, yeah, that's us too. So what we're doing is launching this research project. And the idea here is that we all know nothing significant is ever happening alone, right? We really need your help. We need your ideas and we need your involvement. We're doing what we call a shared investment model. You could say it's called crowdsourcing if you wish. But normally projects like this are done by universities. We had a really smart intern. We have an intern in our firm named Joe. He's super smart, loves research. And he went out and researched this subject of accountability and shared in highly collaborative cultures, and believe it or not, no one has done this study. Matter of fact, the last quotable study on accountability in organizations is 30 years ago. So we don't have the hundreds of thousands that it'll take to do this research right, and we don't really want to go to a university because it'll take 3 or 5 years. So what we're going to do is we're asking for your help. We would love for you to be a part of this. There are many different ways your organizations could be a part of it. We need funding. There's a lot of different ways we can do this. We need people who are willing to be on a steering team to make sure that the research is going in the right direction and ends up as a pragmatic solution. And we also need access to your organizations. We need to be able to interview people. We need to collect some data. And I think we're going to turn some heads when we talk about this in February. We have a really powerful research hypothesis. I want to share it with every one of you. Current people that have said they're going to help here, our friends at Old National Bank, the Chicago Bears, Irish Titan, our friend at Merck GBS, and one of our largest clients, Restech, who's out in Pennsylvania. This is about 30% of what we need to pull this off. So if this sounds at all interesting to you, if it sounds familiar, this scenario, please identify yourself. You can send me an email here at paul@goodleadership.com, right here. Or you could talk to Kevin on your way out the door or come and see me. I'm more excited about this project than I've been excited about anything since we did the original How Goodness Pays project. So with that, I just want to say thank you. No one in this room is here unless you were invited by somebody. Thanks for saying yes to that invitation. And then those of you who are inviting, we hope you'll keep inviting. Because we believe we're onto something here with this accountability research. We think it connects directly into goodness, because the definition of goodness is when people thrive together in a culture of encouragement, accountability, and positive teamwork. Accountability is the glue. So with that, you know how I feel about this subject. We think the highest compliment any good leader can ever get is you radiate goodness. So the question today is, are you ready to radiate goodness today? Yes. We're not going to see each other for 3 months. Are you ready to radiate goodness for 3 months? Yes. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.